I'm Doris May Sanford. I'm Doris May Clark Sanford, and this is my story. I was born in Everett, Washington, but we came to Spokane when I was a little baby because my dad was at the railroad. Not Burlington, it was Great Northern then. I was born December 3rd, 1930. I was the firstborn in my family. I can remember coming to Spokane and moving in, and my dad going back to Hilliard. And I can remember all of my childhood.
Can you start talking about it?
Okay. I lived on, and I lived 5 blocks up from Market Street that ran through Hilliard, and the railroad was on the other side of the street, and we were on the, I think we were on the north side. No, I think we were on the north side. But anyway, and I was only 5 blocks from the railroad, and I was born in Everett, Washington. But when we came to Spokane, my mother had a baby boy, Bruce. No, Mel. Melvin Ray was born. And my dad worked at the Hilliard Railroad. I don't know what they called it. It was the Hilliard Yards, but it was Great Northern Railroad. And my mom was a stay-at-home mom for a long time, and then she started working in homes around Spokane in catering. And I went to Regal Grade School, and then on to Rogers High School. I'd like to go back to Rogers now and see it. I guess they remodeled it, made it really something. I'd like to go back and see. But and then I met Louise, and she was our next door neighbor, and then as we got really close, why then she went back down the alley, 4 houses, because that was her grandmother's house, and it was a beautiful thing. And the grandmother died, and Louise got they took that over.
And who is Louise to you?
Huh?
Who is Louise to you?
My best friend since I was 3 years old.
And she's still your best friend?
Huh?
And she's still your best friend?
Yeah. Yep. We don't get to go so much like we used to, but when we got married and stuff, Dave and I and Louise and Maury just ran all around together all over. Lots of things, lots of places.
Can you remember anything about World War II?
Yeah. There's an awful lot in Hilliard that had to go to the war.
And was it your husband in World War II?
Yes, he was stationed at Fairchild. That's how I met him. I think the girls our age that went to high school and some that were in college, we used to go out and go to the base out on the out farther, and would go to dances there, and then we'd come back home. But one of the school buses would take us, and so that's how I met him. I think. I gotta stop and think this over. Gosh, that's a long time ago.
How long were you guys married?
How long?
Mm-hmm.
We were married until he died in
95?
No, it was.
Yes.
Was it 95?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was real early, because when I came out here, I was really, when I was out here the first time for the first 10 years, I was really all tied up. And then I didn't sell my house. And then when I was down I was down close to my house, but anyway, then I didn't, then I tried to sell it, and I sold it and moved out here. But, gosh, that's a long time ago. I kind of hardly remember any of it. I can when I start to think about it and go back, but because I can remember going to Hilliard and not being able to cross the street, the freeway, whatever it was. And I had to stand in the corner, and Dad would come across the street and then walk home with me, because I'd meet him down there. And then I went to Regal Grade School, and they opened, what did they open up? Man, how many years has it been since I've been in grade school?
So tell me what your nickname was.
Oh, that's the Dingy Dory, that's the boat. I
Dingy
used it
Dory.
a lot, but it wasn't, the boat was named Dingy Dory. It's Dingy Doors. No, Dingy Dory.
How many kids do you have?
How many do I have?
Mm-hmm.
David, Dandelion, Don, and Darcy.
All D's?
Mm-hmm.
What made you want to do that?
Because we were Doris and Dave. So we all were D's. Isn't that weird?
That's cool.
It's just, I can't tell you anything about after Dave died, and after I sold the house. I can't tell you what really went on during that time from now until back then. But he got really sick, and he wanted to be buried by where we lived. And so he's not buried at St. Thomas More Church Cemetery, but he's just buried just right up the hill a little bit. But he just seemed to be he was too young to die, he had too much to do, he was involved in too many things, worked at the railroad and all that stuff, and part-time janitor on the side and cleaned offices and all that kind of stuff. I just cannot believe that he died before me. It just doesn't seem right. But that's the way things go, I guess. It's awful. Huh?
What do you do here?
Oh, we have breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and we get up all day long and all that kind of stuff. And they have a lot of different evening things that we can go down and see, and they do a lot of playing Penny Millionaire and bingo and all this stuff. And I mean, it's not dead by any means. It's they're just doing things all the time. My candy drawer. Oh, that's something I started a few months ago. And I started buying it because there's too many people here that are employed and go walk in the halls and you know, they help people in their rooms and all this kind of stuff. Well, I thought it was boring. And so one day I decided to buy some candy at Fred Meyer. And I go in there and I buy candy, but I can't do it anymore. I have to get John's the bus driver, and he's a great big heavy set guy, real tall, and he goes with me, and he just goes along the top of the shelves and takes down what he knows I want and puts it in my basket. What's in the candy drawer? Well, it's you just have to go over there and pull it open. I get all kinds of things. This is the latest Pringles I bought last week. And then you open this one. Open this one, and this has got cookies and all that kind of stuff, and they're extra M&Ms, and I have to have orange juice, so I buy the orange juice. And I bought a jar of pickles, and they all seem to love all that stuff. And then you pull this open, and then this is the one that they can come in and grab real quick. I got a kick out of that one. I just thought that was cool. And you'd be surprised how they come in and grab a couple, 3 things, and they think it's just really neat. And you get it. I mean, I just enjoy going and buying this. And as long as I sold my house, so I got all that money. And except Darlene hangs on to it. And then, and I've been getting a little bit feistier, and I've been spending more than I probably should be, but that's beside the point. I mean, I don't have to worry about any of it. And when it's gone, it's gone. But it won't be gone for quite a while the way it's going. I mean, they take it a lot, but they don't. It's just comical. I just really enjoy what I do. I don't know why. And that thing for Christmas, and I just was still pink. It blew my cork.
And tell them what this is.
Huh?
Tell them what this is.
That's supposed to be a piece you can lay on the bed, but I would like to hang it up, but there's no room. There's no room that big to hang it up. And Darcy didn't get in on it.
Yeah.
Darcy's my daughter. And she didn't get in on it because the day she was talking about it all the time and telling about it, and then the day that they all went together to do this, she didn't show up because she had another appointment to fill, and she forgot all about this. So now I told her the other day, I said, you've got to go get your head taken, just from here up. Just get your head taken and bring it back, and we'll put it in one of these open spaces here. And because I think that should be there. But then who's going to fight over that thing when I kick the bucket? Probably none of them.
You're not going to kick the bucket.
I have to. Everybody kicks the bucket at one time or another. You know how that goes. That's candy on your toe down there. Do you want one?
No, I'm okay, thank you.
But anyway. Okay then. Okay, now this is the end of it. This is my story. This is from Doris May Clark Sanford. Bye.